Just father and son bonding on a hot summer afternoon. Friends say little baby Peyton's got his dad's eyes and mom's smile. But this 7-month-old boy is not David and Amy Evans' biological child.
I still can't believe that he's adopted because I got to carry him. I felt him kick.
Well, we were trying for probably about a year, and then I decided to go get tested and see what the issues were. And the issues were on my end with my sperm count.
I don't know anybody that's biologically connected to me. I'm adopted. But then when it wasn't working, it was just more of, I want a child.
For the couple, traditional adoption or in vitro was out of the question. Both would have been too expensive. So that's when they tried using donated embryos. It's a procedure where doctors take those embryos from couples who willingly give them away for one reason or another and implant them in the woman's uterus.
The success rates are almost as high as IVF success rates.
Dr. Toma is a medical director of the North Carolina Center for Reproductive Medicine and says not many people know about the procedure, but that's starting to change. He says after women successfully give birth after in vitro, they're left with a difficult decision: what to do with the remainder of their frozen embryos.
A lot of people have a hard time having their embryos destroyed.
And that's when some decide to give them up for adoption.
We are both devout Christians, and we believe that conception is when life begins.
Gwen Norwood and her husband Chris were in that predicament just a few years ago. After going through in vitro, Gwen gave birth to her first child.
We never wanted to destroy them. We still feel like they're children. I mean, that's the way we looked at them, as our 14 other children.
As far as we're concerned, there wasn't really another choice, but it was still a hard step to make.
It is a hard concept to wrap your mind around, that you could have 14 other children out there that you'll never meet and you'll never know.
Gwen now has 2 healthy girls. Her second child was born naturally. In vitro successes like hers are becoming more common. As a result, it's estimated that there are more than 600,000 frozen embryos in the United States alone, and doctors say that number is only going to grow.
What if he did run into his sister in 18 years and not know it? And that's just something I think about, but nothing I worry about.
We really don't have a body that attends to that.
Ann Lyerly is a bioethicist at UNC and says the field of embryo donations is loosely regulated by the FDA.
That when you start regulating things that have to do with human embryos, then it gets very political. Because there are those that believe that embryos have full moral status and should not be destroyed.
She believes that's one reason why there hasn't been an outcry to regulate the field just yet. So for these 2 families, the legal and ethical questions remaining with the donation and adoption of embryos is not something they're struggling with just yet. They're too busy basking in the new joys of being a parent. Eileen Park, WNCN News.